Hey everyone. In this video, I wanted to dive a little deeper on ways you can earn American Airlines miles quickly. In a couple of my previous videos, I've mentioned some specific use cases and how I use some of the cards I'm going to talk about here, but I want to create this video specifically for ways you can earn American Airlines miles quickly to take some pretty amazing trips. So before we get into how to earn the miles, I wanted to go over a couple of reasons of why you may want to earn the miles. And so I have a couple of destinations here where you can fly first or business class for reasonable number of miles. So right now there are flights available to Costa Rica from a lot of different cities in the US in first class for 27,500 miles. I've talked quite a bit about Japan and how I used American Airlines miles to book my return flight from Japan. But there are a lot of options for business class at 60,000 miles or 80,000 miles for first class. For London and Finland, there are business class flights for 57,500 miles. And that's not to mention all the domestic options if you're flying locally in the US, where you can use your miles for first class flights as low as 15,000 miles. So with that in mind, I want to show you some of the ways you can earn a lot of miles really quickly. In this video, we're going to go over 3 different options for obtaining those miles. Credit cards at Barclays Bank, Citibank, and then the Bilt Card. So the first one is Barclays Advantage Aviator Red World Elite MasterCard. And this card is pretty unique in that you earn the sign-up bonus, which right now is at 60,000 miles, as soon as you make one purchase of $1. So you only have to spend $1 on the card to earn 60,000 miles. You do have a $99 annual fee that is not waived the first year. So theoretically, you could get 60,000 miles for $100 in spend, which is pretty crazy. The thing about Barclays cards is they're not the easiest to get. I've personally been declined twice for this card. I haven't tried in several years, but I was declined both times I tried to apply for it. I've read that they really look into how many new accounts you've opened in the recent past. So in order to improve your odds if you decide to apply for this card, it's best if you haven't really gotten any new cards in the last 6 months. And then I think also it's a big factor if you have a good credit score. So having a good credit score and not having applied for many cards in the last 6 to 8 months could put you in a good position to get approved for this card. And if you do, you almost immediately have 60,000 miles. So that's amazing. And if you remember the flights we were talking about, most of them are for less than 60,000 miles. So immediately you have a one-way flight to London, Finland, Japan. Costa Rica is round trip because it's only 27,500 miles each way. So that's a huge bang for your buck with this card. The second option is the Citi Advantage Platinum Select World Elite MasterCard. And right now, they're offering 50,000 miles after you spend $2,500 in the first 3 months. I've seen the sign-up bonus as high as 75,000 miles. That's actually when I got the card. I applied for it when they had an elevated offer for 75,000 miles after $3,000 in spend. But right now it's 50,000. This one also has a $99 annual fee, but it is waived the first year. There are some other benefits with these cards, but they're not really that great. So I'm not really going to go over them, but if you want, you can pause the screen and read all of these other benefits that come with the card. the biggest thing is that sign up bonus that you receive. The next Citi card is the Citi Advantage Executive World Elite MasterCard. And right now you can earn 70,000 miles after you spend $7,000 on the card. So you got to spend a good amount of money to get 70,000 miles, but 70,000 miles is a lot of miles to get all at once. This card has a little bit more in the way of other benefits. Again, I don't think they're that great. And the big drawback to this card is it has a $595 annual fee that is not waived the first year. So as soon as you get approved for this card, you're going to get hit with a $600 fee. I don't really think this card is worth it unless you really value the Admirals Club, but it is an option if you're looking to take your dream vacation. Spending $595 instead of buying a plane ticket is a great return on your investment. The last card from Citi is the Citi American Airlines Advantage Mile Up MasterCard. And with this card, you can earn 15,000 miles after spending $500 in the first 3 months. This card has no annual fee. Again, it has some other benefits, but they're not really that great. It is a way to just top off your American Airlines miles if you're trying to make a trip. The one thing about these Citi cards is the welcome bonus is not available if you received a bonus in the past 24 months for any of their other American Airlines cards. So you got to kind of space them out over 2 years to be eligible for a bonus again. And then the final option I wanted to talk about is the Bilt Card. I've spoken in great lengths about this credit card and how I feel about it. I'll link a video below where I go into a deep dive on this card in particular, but it is the only major credit card that is a transfer partner with American Airlines. So if you're short some miles on a trip you're trying to take, transferring from Bilt is an easy way to kind of close that gap. And this is actually what I did when I booked my return flight from Japan. I didn't have enough American Airlines miles to do it. I was short about 6,000 miles. So I just transferred them from my Bilt account, and now I had enough miles. And so that's it. A quick video on how to earn American Airlines miles quickly. I hope you found this information valuable. If you're interested in signing up for the Bilt Card, I'll have a referral link in the description of the video, along with links to my deep dive on the Bilt Card specifically, as well as a recap of my trip to Japan, where you can see how I used credit card points and miles to book the entire trip. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing and giving the video a like. Thank you.